All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy Monday, wherever you're dialing in from, whoever's watching this in the future, coming to you full of excitement, full of gratitude, and absolutely soar. And it is a compound effect. We're going to talk about that in a couple minutes of this exercise challenge that I've been doing over the last now 36 days. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a couple minutes, but I'm excited to be here, excited to be on. So let's do this. I'm going to go to somebody, I'm going to have this person bring us out on the field on this beautiful Monday morning. And this person is going to get surprised, and it's going to be Rosalie Crisp. Go ahead, Rosalie. That's going to be you, my man. Aaron, I think he's on his. I'm going to
You
go to
know,
you, man.
sharing a computer with the kids, that's always a thing. Gosh, that is catches me off guard. Um, you know what? I mean, showing up, being here, being present, continuing to do the work, even though, there's some days it creeps in your head, like, what am I doing? It's all for the love of it all, and really just plugging ahead and staying disciplined to keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's kind of the mentality I'm having, trying to get a little bit better every day. So that's why I'm here today, and that's why I would imagine everybody's on the call today to start the week off the right way.
That's right, my man. Well, I appreciate it. And here's the thing: I put it in my message this morning for keep it moving. You know, a lot of times people talk about like the Monday blues, like, oh my God, it's Monday. Now, I granted, you might feel a little bit more tired today because some of us would still be in bed right now because the time change. So I get that on some level, but in our industry, we get to choose, right? If you go to a 9 to 5, those standards are set for you, the schedule is set for you, the way that you operate every day, it's mostly set into confines, right? In our industry, we have the ability to choose. And not necessarily saying that you're going to get into this business and all of a sudden you're going to have all the time and freedom. That's a misconception. So dismantle that belief instantly. What happens in our industry is that we now have the freedom to choose how I want to brand myself, how I want to express myself. I don't have to look over my shoulder and be like, oh my God, can I say this? Can I post this? Can I do this? No, you have the ability to be as free as you want to be in this industry. So I look at Monday as an opportunity for us to inch closer and closer towards our ambitions, towards our goals. And we get to be here and we get to serve. And as a byproduct of us serving people at the highest level, guess what? We also have the opportunity to make a lot of money, and money that not only can change our life, but can put our family on, can change their lives, can pave the way for our moms, our aunties, our uncles, our kids, all the people that we really want to hook up in our lives. You have the ability to do so. So allow us to greet a Monday with a full head of energy, a full head of gratitude, and say, you know what? I have a new opportunity to get closer and closer to my ambitions and goals this week. And that's how I want you guys to look at your Monday. This is not the same shit, different day, dragging on into Monday. No, that's for the pessimists. You guys are here because you're optimists and you guys see the hope and you guys want something better. And so I'm excited to be here. Let's go ahead and get rolling. Good to see everybody. Thanks for your cameras being on. Let's go ahead and just get started. So I heard a video this morning. I don't know if you guys all follow Darren Hardy. If you don't, get on his morning newsletter. It's just a really good. It's typically about 7 minutes. It's a video he's going to share about life, mindset, structure, so on and so forth. It's just a really really good watch. But he talked about Kobe Bryant this morning, and Kobe Bryant had a speech, and in this speech, this little Mamba mentality, he talked about top performers. And when you guys see top performers, and a lot of you are aspiring, some of you on this call are already there. You see them getting an award, you see them like, wow, like I'm center stage right now. But here's the thing. What you don't see with the top performer is that it's not just talent and ability. What they are successful in is the 4 a.m.s, the 5 a.m.s, the 2 a days, the constant working on their scripts, the constant working on their craft, the constant creation of content to see what's really, really going to work. And so when you see a top performer, look behind all of the sacrifices that they have made and be like, damn, that's what made them successful. That's what made them the top performer. So as you guys are looking inward, you guys are looking at yourselves like, start to reward yourselves for all the things that you guys have been doing and the way that you guys have been showing up, the early mornings, the workouts, the late nights, the missed practices, all those things, and give yourself some grace to say, man, I'm actually doing the things. Or it'll be a mirror, say, you know what, I'm really not doing the things that I should be doing, and it's time for you guys to shake some things up. So I'm going to share something really quick with you guys, and I'm going to share my screen really quick. Boom. And then we're going to get right into this. All right, guys. All right, so everyone can see my screen. I'm down here. I'm going to move myself over here so I can see this. All right, we're going to do a little exercise today. Go ahead and grab a pen if you have a pen, if you're not driving, and let's get right into this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the board today. What I mean by that is imagine us in the office, in a boardroom right now. And what we're doing is we're going around the room and we're sharing our stats and we're sharing our numbers from the week prior. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to share with me, share with the group, how many calls you guys made last week, how many conversations that you had, how many videos that you posted last week, and what were the results. And this is an opportunity for us all to be there for each other, to hold one another accountable, but it's an opportunity for you to truly reflect back and say, you know what? I really stepped up my game last week. I really stepped up my game and I was able to make some strides in my business. This is about moving the needle in your business. It's Monday morning. So who wants to go first? Anybody can go in no particular order, but who wants to go through calls, conversations, videos, and then results? Does that mean that you picked up a few new leads? Does that mean that you got yourself in a contract? Does that mean that you signed a listing agreement? You put a buyer in a contract? You got somebody off the fence? What is it? I want to know. I need 5 people in the queue. There's enough people on this call to get this conversation going. So I have Jess Bling, I have Christina Montiel. Let's see, who else do I got? Who else wants to go to the board with me? So once again, all right, cool, Erica Lou. And then Blessing, where's the gentleman at? Come on, we got 4 ladies stepping right up. Gentlemen, where are we at? There he is. There he is. All right, cool. All right, so let's go to the board. I'm actually going to go to Christina, and then we'll go Kuhn, and then I'll get through everybody else. But we're going to go right to the board right now. Calls, conversations, videos, results in your business last week. Let's go, Christina.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I'm still working on my calls and conversation. However, I did 5 calls. I had 3 conversations. I've been posting videos. My goal is to go to open houses, to go to properties and just do a tour with me. So I posted about 3 videos last week and I've been getting some results. People has been reaching out to me. I had a friend in the dance company that said, hey, I'm planning to buy a house with my sister. Can we have a conversation about it? I had another friend reach out to me saying, can we have coffee? Like literally, she said, can we have coffee? I really am thinking to buy a house and I don't know the results. So I had 3 people reach out and I'm liking the idea to post videos. So a result for me is my mindset just changed. Everything that I say, I'm like, okay, how can I do a video about this? So yes.
All right, so let's give her some love. Let's give her some light. Let's give her some flowers while she is here. Give her some emojis on the screen. Congratulations, great job. Listen, you guys, I'm not crazy. Maybe I'm a little crazy, but I am not crazy when I say get yourself in front of the fucking camera. So many people need to see your face, hear your voice, hear your opinions because it's so valuable. And if you're not doing it, you're missing out. And I'm not going to have the conversation about social today. I'm not. I just don't have the time. Let's go, Kuhn. Kuhn, talk to me. Let's go to the board. Calls, conversations, videos, results from last week. Let's hear from you. It's good to see you, my man.
Good to see you too, Elias. Videos, big on videos, super big on videos. I'm actually about to get in contract with one of the people that reached out to me on social media. She reached out probably 2 months ago. She was like, yeah, I was trying to get a house 2 years ago and was discouraged because of all the bidding wars that's going on. And I let her know, I'm gonna guide you through this process. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you. And who you work with in this market really matters because of all the connection I have made over the past year. And I was super thankful to find her a off-market deal that she really likes from all the connections I have, just going around asking other realtors what you have on the market or what you got coming soon. So with that, you don't even need to, like I told him, I was like, look, you don't even need to go in the market. We went and checked that out on Friday. Liked it, talked to the sellers. They came up with a price point that they both agreed on. We about to be in contract soon.
Man, okay, I love this. Here's the thing, like, yeah, give him a round of applause, give him some kudos, give him some emojis on the screen. Check this out. So not only is Kuhn creating content for listings that are not his, he's going out there and shooting content that is in the high-end market. What's happening is that tons of people are seeing him. His videos are just going viral, getting tons but it didn't start that way. But through consistency, it's been able to grow and been able to grow. And here's what else he's doing. So he's working on his active income. Active income is when he sells a home, lists a house, puts someone in contract, gets paid on that sell. That's an active income. What's happening is it's also leading to his passive income. What I mean by that is that other agents are seeing Kuhn. They're reaching out to Kuhn, be like, yo, what are you doing? Kuhn's setting them up with an appointment with me to essentially build people in his organization. So he is now making passive income. So his videos are serving two purposes. They're feeding his active as well as his passive income. And so that's the exact recipe that I want for everybody. You never know who's watching and you never know when they're going to reach out. So Kuhn, great stuff. I love this appointment.
Yeah, and I just want to tell everybody this, like these videos that I've been posting for the past year haven't started working until I was really consistent with it. Like, you guys just, man, don't give up. Like, I know you're not going to see result when you first start, but just keep going. Like, those people are going to come. As you keep producing more and more videos, those people are going to reach out to you because you're putting yourself in front of them. And it just started working for me this year. Like, nothing came through last year. I worked my ass off the whole year posting tons of videos, and it's just start now paying off. So I would just say, don't give up and just keep going.
Man, I love this. And it's ironic, but this is how the universe works. I wrote here, stay hungry, stay humble. And it's small, consistent actions over time that you don't see any results from, no results at all. And then over time, you're like, if something happens, right? 18 months in, 12 months in, a year in, you're like, whoa, now things are starting to pick up, right? You could do ab workouts for the next 3 months and not really see much of a gain. And then on month 4, month 5, you're like, wow, I'm actually seeing some cuts. So Kuhn, I love what you're doing. I love how dedicated you are, how much you show up in the office. So great stuff. Let's continue cruising on. Jess Bling, we're going to go to the board. You're going to share calls, conversations, videos, results from last week. Let's go. And it's great to see you. I love the whole dance video with all of your crew out there in front of your car. Loved it.
Thank you. That was so impromptu. We hadn't done it in so long, but it was a beautiful moment to definitely create new experiences. But anyways, good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. And I second what Kuhn said for sure, because I was still making money off of Instagram, like with videos, but I was stuck at 3K for a minute. And then one day I woke up and said, Elias, you noticed too. I got to 4K and was like, okay. And then in 1 month, I was able to go from 4K to 5K. I don't know what it is, but just something about just being consistent and fuck the result, just keep going. And then also knowing that people that work with you, in my case, usually are not ones that will interact with you. They watch you behind the scenes. They don't be liking shit. They won't share anything, but they will reach out to you and be like, hey, I've been watching you for like a year. So fast forward, 22 contacts last week, 5 videos went up. I got 1 offer accepted on my listing, 1 offer accepted for a buyer, and I got 2 appointments that were buyer consultations. And the 2 offers I got accepted were IG leads, and the 2 appointments that I had were also IG leads.
All right. So first off, congratulations on a successful week. How are you tracking everything?
I have my own sheet on Excel, like a Google sheet. It's easy for me because I have it on both my phones and my computers.
All right. So do you think that Jess has displayed a Shark Tankable business, meaning that she has obviously the energy? You'll hear me use this analogy all the time: energy, tenacity, the passion for this game. But she's backing it up with results, saying, this is how many contacts I had last week. This is how many videos. Here's the results. Here's my buyer in the contract, or excuse me, my listing in the contract. You guys, that is measurable results. So Jess, love to see it. And listen, all of a sudden something will click. I literally started last year with 2,500 followers last year alone. And so things change in an instant. When things catch fire, they catch fire, and it's just upwards from there. So Jess, love it, absolutely love it. Let's go Erica, we'll go Blessing, we'll go Michelle, and then we'll go Damian, and then we'll start to shift gear. And I'm gonna try to go. There's There's tons of hands. All right. I'll get to everybody's hands. Let's go, Erica.
Howdy do, everybody. Good morning. I am rolling out my business. I went to an open house in Newark the other day. Actually, I was at my son's friend's birthday party, and there was an open house right next door. So then me and his dad stopped by, we took a look, came back with the flyer, and everybody at the party was like, "Oh, like, are you guys looking into buying a house?" I'm like, "No, I'm just looking around. You know, I'm a new realtor." So I was able to hand out a couple of business cards and kind of market myself there. That was a very big moment for me. I have one video out this last week. I have a couple more content coming out that I'm editing right now. And my results, I was proud of myself. I am proud of myself actually for, you know, being able to promote myself and market myself. So it's definitely getting real.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And here's the thing, like you're taking some chances, you're showing up, like just listen to the things that people say on these calls. And here's the underline. And what you'll hear from every single person, from our top performers to people like yourself that are just getting their train moving down the tracks. Consistency will separate you from anybody in this game. Consistency is everything, everything. So never lose sight of that. Work your ass off. Be consistent and great things will come. I promise you. I promise you. I always say I don't have all the answers, but what I've had is I've had a giant lab of thousands of agents just like you guys. And so I have a big old pool of data of information, and the underlining is always discipline and consistency. So Erica, I love seeing how you're showing up right now. Let's go, Blessing. Appreciate you. Let's give her some love and some light. Let's continue cruising on. Let's go, Blessing.
Great job, Erica. Good morning, everyone. Last week I think was probably my best week in the business, just because you guys always will know I'll put myself out there. I overthink everything, and last week I just stopped thinking and just executed. So I had 4 videos that went up. I made 10 phone calls, 20 conversations, most of which were at an open house that I hosted on Thursday, impromptu. I hosted my first home buyer workshop on Wednesday. Throughout the week, I had 6 appointments scheduled, 10 homes previewed. Of the 6 appointments, 2 of those were buyer consults that are happening today. I also wrote 4 offers. We are hoping to hear back from 2 of them today. And I just have a full day of preparation, but my response time to everyone who was reaching out to me, not only in business, but my son had 4 games of basketball between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this is why my voice is like this. It was great. But in every conversation, I was quick, I was responsive, I was focused on giving like direct responses to every single person that called and text. Every text that, if you sent me a text, you got a response in less than a minute with either an answer or, I'll get to it. And just was able to fully organize my day, my week in a way where my clients know exactly where they are in the process, and myself, I'm tired as I don't know what, but I'm executing. So I'm just in a really good place with my business. And I really wish I had a voice, but this is a good reason not to have a voice.
Hey, listen, despite the cracking in the voice, the message is very, very clear. Guys, check this. There's people out there that aren't doing 3 games a weekend, that don't have a child, that aren't running, like you are, that make all kinds of excuses. And here you are, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as a sports mom, still showing up in a big way. Congratulations on your best week that you've ever had in this business. Let's give her some love, some light. Congratulations to you. Let's continue cruising on. Damian, let's go to you, my man. Damian, let me just pause for a second. Damian, like the stuff that you're coming up with on social, it is like there's so many like points that you're hitting, and it's not all real estate, obviously. It's just you have become this great commentator of all things, and especially in the city. It's been really great to see, my man. So Damian, let's hear from you. Talk to us. Calls, conversations, videos, results, wins from last week. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you for that compliment. And thank you to Oakland for adopting me from Richmond and letting me use Oakland as my base. But I haven't been able to track calls as well as I want to. But since Intensity Group, I make a point of having 5 real estate conversations daily whether it's with somebody that has nothing to do with buying or selling a home, whatever it is, I'm having 5 conversations daily because this is what I do. And also to that point, I wanted to share with you guys a quote I heard over the weekend. Jordan Clarkson from the Utah Jazz, after the game, they asked him, how are you so consistent with your shooting, with your scoring and your defense? He said, my whole life is consistent. And his teammates are in the back. They made the same face that you did. They're like, what? That was fire. My whole life is consistent, and that's the way you have to live it out. And so that's what I've been practicing. And Elias, you got me eliminating the word try. I've been practicing consistency, and it's working. I just had strep throat this past week, so I felt like I was slow, and I was in the house sick. But I had one of my wife's coworkers call her asking if I could help her daughter find a house because she's been paying attention to everything that I've been doing on social. She's been a fan of my kids over the years and everything, but we haven't talked business. We haven't done anything real estate related, but it's because I've been consistent and in people's faces, like Kuhn said, like Blessing just said, like Jess said, like it's the consistency. So that's why I wanted to share with you guys that quote. And I am pretty fired up this morning, as you can tell, going into the gym. But yeah, 5 conversations a day. So times 7, 35. And then what was the last metric?
No, just the result. I think that you're clear. Like I think you understand.
Videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I posted 4 videos. There we go. I posted 4. I got an interview today in the office, and I got another interview tomorrow in the office. So,
Boom. God, I absolutely love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Check that. You guys write that down. My whole life is consistent, right? Think about this. Like, say you're consistent with your eating habits, you're consistent with your morning routine, you're consistent with your business habits, you're consistent with your discipline, you're consistent with the love that you express to your significant other. Think about how that affects your life. If you walk in the door every single day, baby, give me a kiss. I love you and I miss you so much. Think about how, if you just did that every single day, the impact that it would have on your relationship, right? Think about like the smallest things that you do consistently in your life, like the impact that it has. God, man, I'm fucking loving this conversation, Jimmy. And let's go, Ramel. Let's go, Jessica. We'll go, Mark, and then we'll shift gears on the conversation because I got a bunch of stuff prepared for you guys. But let's go, Jessica. You're muted.
Did you?
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Romel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go, Jessica. Ladies first.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
okay. Good morning, everyone. I had such a great week last week. I had 26 conversations, uploaded 5 videos, submitted an offer, and I got 4 listing leads from door knocking, actually. And one of them is a family member, but I got 3 listing leads door knocking. And then I had a family member reach out to me and she wants to sell her home and buy some land. So 4 listing leads, 1 buyer lead, and submitted an offer, 26 conversations and 5 videos uploaded.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty damn good week. Let's give her some love. Let's give her some light. So Jessica, what's leading to all of this? Like what's working for you? What have you done consistently over the last 3 months that you're now seeing the results?
Yeah, so open houses. I've hosted an open house every single weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm exhausted, actually. I feel so tired. But I've just been out there, and these listing leads, I got them with Sierra. We went door knocking around the neighborhood. And can I just say, Sierra is amazing. Like she knows how to hold a conversation. Like she saved the conversation so many times. Like she's a natural. She is a natural. So she did amazing. And yeah, just I've been consistent with videos and open houses. Those are my 2 main things that I've been focusing on.
God, I absolutely love this. And I'll agree with the sentiment about Sierra. If you've ever been around Sierra, she has this energy as soon as you shake her hand, it's just like it's contagious, and she does control a conversation very, very well. So Jessica, great job. Great shout out to Sierra. Let's go over to Romel, then we'll go Mark, and then we'll shift gears on the conversation. Romel, I'm going to turn it over to you. Blessing, you're in charge for 2 seconds, but go ahead, Romel.
All right, good job, Jessica. Good job, everybody. Y'all been crushing it. So I've had 29 conversations this week, and it's been a mixture of different venues. So I hired this VA to help me be more consistent with posting on IG and LinkedIn and Facebook. So I'm still trying to get up to speed on posting my own videos and doing more personal videos. So these have been strictly real estate. And Elias was in the room. We've already been in conversation. They're too static, but it's been a positive for me. So I have my calendar this week is full with appointments. I have 6 appointments lined up from my LinkedIn posts. My open house is Sunday for my super ancient listing, which is 151 days on market, was our biggest open house since we went on market back in October. We had 13 groups. I pulled 2 leads from that, from folks that don't have a realtor and are looking to buy. So that was big for me. Attended 2 professional networking events and had a bunch of conversations, about 10 or 11 that I'm counting because I got cards and contacts and setting up meetings to have coffee. And then last, with all the social media posts, I've been making a point to DM anyone that's liked my social media posts that I don't know. So I know a lot of my real estate colleagues and friends, they've liked it, but anyone that looks brand new or is brand new, I'm DMing them just to say, hey, thanks for liking, and just starting a conversation. So that, I want to say, was about 21 or 22. I've nixed out some that looked like they were spam, so I didn't reach out to them. So it's been a good week, just breaking out of my habits of not posting. So 29 conversations.
Man, 29 conversations a week. Kudos to you. Let's give him love, light, energy. And here's the thing, and I'm not saying that whatever you're doing is not working. I think that a platform like LinkedIn is definitely a platform where the stuff that you're posting is going to have probably the highest return. What's missing, Romel, and I'll say this until I'm blue in the face, is you. That my message to you is very clear, and it goes to everybody else on this call as well. If he can do that type of engagement without him being in it, imagine what type of engagement he gets when he's actually sharing his opinion, that people are seeing his voice and they're seeing who he is as a human being. I promise you the engagement will only go higher. So great.
That's this week. I got you.
Great job on an incredible week. Congratulations on such great progress for the week, my man. Appreciate you. Let's go, Mark, you, and then we'll shift. Oh, I have one more last hand. We'll make sure to get to Sierra's. Let's go, Mark.
Hey guys, so as a lender, I'm on the phone every day. I'm making cold calls literally every day. So I'm just gonna talk about my social media. So last week I started posting stuff that would trigger emotions, like it would either piss somebody off or make somebody happy. But triggering somebody's emotions will get their attention, right? And especially in social media. And all of a sudden last week, I got a call from a past client of mine I closed back in 2015, something like that, and says, hey, can I meet up with you Sunday with a bunch of friends of mine? And I was like, sure. I meet up with her on at a coffee shop soon. And she brought over 15 people, 15 different families showed up at this coffee shop. We had to put tables together, and they were all like, yeah, we want to get it pre-approved. I want to sell my house. I don't sell any real estate. So my realtor partners are going to get the listings because I'm not going to sell any real estate. But a lot of them like, I want to sell my house. I want to buy another property. I want to keep my house. I want to buy another property. I want to get it pre-approved for my first house. I want to know the down payment assistance program. It was all from social media. It was one of my posts relating to how you could save $500,000 when you sell your house with the Home Sale Exclusion Act. And I had another post where I basically said, shut the fuck up. And that whole post that got attention as well. So I had people reach out to me because of that. I stopped doing social media 2 years ago just because of, my personal stuff. And then I went back on it again and then realized that I had so many followers on my IG. I hit like 9,000 followers on IG. And now is getting to the point where I'm trying to take advantage of that. So you'll see me post every day. Every day you'll see me change my narrator voice. I have a new narrator voice. I'm using AI to do my captions this time. So I'm starting to get really good at it. I don't think I'm there yet, but you'll see my post kind of evolve through time. So if you look at my old post versus what it is now, is quite different. And if somebody who doesn't use social media that often, I advise it because I just got slammed with a bunch of clients within 1 week.
Man, I love this, Mark. I love it. Congratulations. What a great following too. I mean, you have such a great base. Now people just need to see more of you, and obviously it's working. So great job. Sierra, we're going to shift gears. So let me get your contribution really quick before we go on. Let's go, Sierra. Let's hear from you.
Hey guys, so I want to thank you, Elias. You've been telling us that doing these neighbor open houses is powerful. And so this weekend with Jessica was the first time that I tried that together. It was the first time either one of us had done it. So, there's only one person that actually showed up to the neighbors only open house, but it didn't matter because when we door knocked, the response from people, oh, wow, you're doing it just for neighbors. That's so cool. It was just such a way to engage with people. And this is part of the reason why we were able to get people talking. Oh, I was thinking about selling my house. It's because we were offering something to the community, to the people. They're excited about it. And the response was amazing. So that's it. Thanks, guys.
God, I absolutely love this. So you guys, great job. I love hearing from everybody. And what I hope is that maybe it's inspiration for you. Maybe it's the message that you need to hear for the morning. And let's continue cruising on. I got a couple other things that I want to share with you guys. Let's go here. All right, cool. So we went to the board and we're going to go to the board more often. I think that this is a very effective way to start. And this is your compound effect. So I'm reading that book again. I don't know if you've read it, but read the book Compound Effect. And it's a great read. So I'm just talking to you like we talked about LaRussell last week. Imagine if you did, if I can get everyone to mute themselves, I'm getting a little background noise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagine if you just did 5 calls a day for 5 days a week. That is literally 25 calls a day. And if you times that by 52 weeks, that's 1,300 extra calls that you've made in a year. I promise you, if you make that amount of extra calls, something positive is going to come from it. If you knock 10 doors a day and you did that 5 days a week, that's 50 times 52, that's 26. If you did 20 minutes of reading a day for 7 days a week, that's 140. You times that by 52, that's 7,280 minutes of actual reading that you've done to feed your mind, body, and soul. That's 121 hours of reading. Do you think that you're more conscious, you're more aware, you're more astute, you have a bigger vocabulary because of that amount of reading? So you have to think, like, sometimes you don't see the small things that you're doing right now and the impact, but you have to look at the compound effect that's going to have on your life and your business overall. And I'll give you some examples, you guys. I've been doing 75-day hard now for 36 days. And if I've done this amount, if I've done an average of 3 miles per day, just walking, that's 108 hours that I've put on these legs walking. I feel better. My legs look better. I'm out there. I'm just, I'm in the sun or I'm in the cold and I'm just reflecting. Think about the times that I've been able to read. So every night, 10 pages times 36. I've read 360 pages. I've already finished 2 books in just the last 36 days. When I think about the water, 128 ounces of water times 36, I've drank 4,608 ounces of water in the last 36 days, right? So you have to think about, like, how has that made my body feel in just doing this in a short amount of time? So what is your compound effect? What are the things that you're doing that are small every single day that are giving you a giant result on the tail end? Something I want to share that I heard from Nick Saban, and you guys all have a choice here. So there's 5 choices that each of you guys can make, and it's very simple. You could choose to be bad, right? Choosing to be bad is it's an active choice, right? You just choose not to do shit in this business, not show up, not do the things that you know that you need to do. And what's going to happen is that you're going to see yourself out the door in 6 months. You could be average, but which I believe that if you're on this team and if you're in this environment, that you're not trying to show up as average, you're not settling for a life of mediocrity, you want more. You could be good, right? You could be good, you could be decent, but in order for you to be excellent, it's going to require something else from you. And in order for you to be elite, you have to play at a completely different level. And I wrote this here. It said elite players do special things. They have a special focus, they have a special intensity, they have a special commitment, they have a special drive, they have a passion to do things at the highest level, at the highest standards at all times. You have a choice. Do you want to be average? Do you want to be good? Or do you want to play at an elite level? And I promise you this, you guys, I will play and will continue to play at an elite level. And if you're in my coaching world, and if you're here on this call, I expect nothing but the last one to be where you're playing. And if you're not, then you have the ability to change that. A couple things I want to share with you guys right now. But before I do this, I'm going to share and I'm going to hook everybody up. How many people on this call want a cheat code for social media? Please raise your hand if you want a cheat code for social media. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna hook you guys up. I did a workshop last week with Patrick, and we have this. Everyone in the meeting is going to get this. Now, paste this here, make a copy of that, boom. All right, so what I've done is I've given you a cheat code. Now, what I want you to do is I want you, after this call, to go through this. What you're going to see is you're going to see audio trends, you're going to see the reference, you're going to see content suggestion, and then you're going to see the sample reference here on the right-hand side. It'll give you ideas on what to use that audio for, an idea to, how to make a video out of this. And so I want to hook you guys up. You have that. Don't be sharing this with other people outside of the group. Use it to your advantage. Use the hooks, use the audio, save it in your files on Instagram. You're welcome. Is that helpful, you guys? Cool. All right, cool.
Super helpful.
All right, don't share it with everybody. All right, we're going to keep cruising on. All right, so breaking news. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but somebody mentioned earlier that they have a client that is looking to purchase a home with a friend or a family member. I think what you should do is you should start talking to your lender partners, like the Money Store, like Mark, whoever you're working with. I'll make sure if you have to request access to it. Okay, if you're accessing it outside of a fast email, you will have to be. Judith, if you can you just give everyone access to that document? All right, but let's get back to this. Home buying redefined, the rise of non-romantic co-ownership in America. Here's what we're seeing. Nearly 15% of Americans co-purchased a home with a person other than the romantic partner, and another 48% said they would consider that. Over 6 in 10 Americans would co-buy with a friend, with Gen Z being most willing to do it at nearly 70%. Nearly 1 in 4 respondents who co-purchased a home with a non-romantic partner said they could not have afforded the home purchase alone. And here's the thing to think about. Like, when you're talking to consumers, some of them might fall into this bucket. I'm going to put the article in the chat down below, but I wanted you guys just to see this. Why? The reasons why people are co-buying. 65% for passive rental income, 54% for personal residence to support their family, shared property flip, shared vacation secondary home, established commercial space, whatever. There's tons of different reasons. But here's who's buying homes together. Friends, siblings, parents, extended families. So this conversation can go a lot further than what we really have thought about traditional. Because when we think about traditional buying and selling of real estate, we think of families. I think that comes first. And then obviously the rise of single women in the United States of America being a huge part of the population that is now purchasing homes. We think about it as more as a family or an individual purchasing it. Now you're seeing more and more people likely to purchase homes together. And so I don't know, Ashley, you put something in the comment below. Do you want to share your thoughts and opinions? It says more siblings than ever are buying with siblings, or more people are buying with siblings. Do you want to share your vantage point on that, Ashley? And I'll post the article down below.
Yeah, I just noticed this. Actually noticed it a few years ago, because usually it's like married couples, or like you said, people buying by themselves. But as interest rates went up, I was seeing like roommates and friends buying with each other. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know, that's risky. But then it was happening left and right, all over the place. Siblings, parents, significant others that weren't married. It happens a lot more often in that way, because it is harder to afford a home, especially in the Bay Area. So people are just doing what they have to do.
Totally. By show of hands, has anybody experienced this with the consumer that they're working with right now? Okay. So Stephanie, you have? So Stephanie, tell me a little bit about the scenario, who they are, what the conversation's like on that end. Let's hear from you.
Hi guys, so I do actually do a lot of these. This is very common in the Hispanic community. We have a lot of family members buying homes together. I also have single people buying with other single people together. So I work a lot with lower income individuals. And I always tell them, look, at the end of the day, this is an investment for all of you, right? This is a legal contract. You guys are all going to be on the deed. You can divide up who owns how much of the property on the deed. Everybody, you can, on the deed, you can say 30% here, 30% there, whatever the case may be. So there's a legal contract so that if something happens in the future, you can revert back to that, right? Because I think people are really shy or really scared to get into this big of a commitment with other people, but that's a way around it, right? It's a legal contract, it's a deed. You guys are all going to be the legal owners. So I do actually a lot of these because it has gotten so expensive. So I always encourage people, instead of paying somebody else's mortgage, why don't you guys invest in yourselves? The first step into real estate is always the hardest, right? So get in, come together, buy a house, even multiple families. Like a lot of Hispanics, they live multiple families in one apartment, So I tell them, come together, buy a house, and then in a few years, you guys can sell that house. Everybody takes their cut, and then you go invest into your own homes, right?
Got
That's how you work real estate.
I love it. I love it. All right. So if you have a hat, I want you to take your hat and I want you to turn it around. If you are in a chair that spins, I just want you to spin with me really quick. So I'll be right back. All right, cool. What we've done is we're now going to put our ad agency hat on. So here's what I want you guys to do. And I want you to think about this right now. You have your ad agency, you guys are in the lab, you guys are in the conference room, and everyone's coming together and they've read this recent article, right? This just dropped, Home Buying Redefined, the rise of non-romantic co-ownership in America, right? We know the statistics, we have all the data. What I want to hear is, what is your hook? If you were to go and take this article right now, which I've provided you guys, read that article. It's really easy information to decipher and to understand. And then you go and interpret that information to the masses. If you were to create a hook based on that video that I just shared, it's Monday, something you can do as a green screen or just simply talking into the camera, whatever it is, I don't care. Go do something with it. If you were to create a hook based on this new article that just dropped, what would your hook be? And feel free, take yourself off of mute. I want to hear what your dope ass hook would be for this article. Who wants to go? And please don't be shy.
So, hi guys. I actually, oops, can you hear me okay?
We can. Darnell, you'll go next.
I actually made a video about this and a couple weeks ago, and my hook was you should never live with your friends. And then I dispel that belief through the reasons why and what you can do to protect you. So that was my hook. Okay.
Awesome. I love it. I literally am thinking about this out loud. I can't stand roommates. But if I was making some money with my roommates, it might be a little. So I'm just trying to think about how I would word this. And so let's hear from you guys. So Darnell, you have hold on. I don't know who that is. Mark, I'll come to you in a second. I'm going to go to Darnell. If you guys can't throw your hands up, so I want to make sure I get to you. Darnell, if you were to use this information as a hook for a video this week today, what would it be?
I'd start with be roommates and pay rent, or be roommates and pay yourselves.
Ooh, okay.
Hook.
All right, cool.
I'd, of course, elaborate and explain the whole, you're paying your own mortgage. It's an investment. You guys can divvy up how much ownership you have in the property, vice versa, going into it in depth.
Cool. I love it, my man. And shout out to you. I don't know if this was the first official week of you using the fast booth or this is just the first week that these
It was.
Did great stuff.
Thank you, man.
Turned out
I
really
don't know
good.
if you can tell, but I practiced my buyer's consult in there.
Yeah, I can definitely
That's what I
100% tell. Let's go, man. All right, Mark, let's go. You have this information. You're armed with this information as a lender. What can you do as a hook to put your advertising marketing hat on?
I would have done it. I would have done a thing like saying, why is there dishes still in my sink? Or why is my food gone from my fridge? All the experience I had when I had roommates, that's all I would keep. I would say it as the headline. It's like, why aren't the dishes done? Or why the hell are the dishes still there? And then people are going to be curious. I'm like, what is he talking about dishes? And I'm complaining about roommates, and then go from there. That's it.
Okay. I like it. Let's go Aaron Chris, and we'll go Erica Lou. Let's go, Aaron.
I would say something like, do you have family or friends that you want to help make housing more affordable. And then I would kind of try to drift it into like, if you're all renting now, you could buy a fourplex for like maybe $1 million, 1.1, and then effectively you're decreasing your purchase price down to like 250, 300, where everything else in the market is 600. And so it would be something along the lines of, do you have friends and family you trust you would invest with to make homeownership more affordable for you? And then I would explain how you could do that through multi-unit properties.
Okay, I love this. And think about this, not only for your hook for social, but your hook for your subject line on an email. Roommates, ... love or hate. Right. Well, what's this guy talking about? I want to actually read downhill and I want to know what that is. Right. And then I would share some stats and some figures on this. So good stuff, Aaron. I love this. Let's go, Christina Montiel. Then we'll go Romel, and then we'll start wrapping up the conversation. Let's go, Christina.
Mine
Sorry, I
would
miss
be
you, Erica. Sorry, I'll come back to you in a second, Erica.
why having roommates might be a great way to build your equity.
Cool. I love this. I love this. Here's what's happening, you guys. In just this last couple of minutes, we're obviously on the call. We have a limited amount of time, but what's working is your mind's working and saying, how can I hook people in an email or a video from this information that I just read? And we're just getting started. So after the call, like unpack the article, read the article, and be like, this is actually something that I can use to my advantage. So Christina, I love that you're writing. I love that you're thinking. Let's continue cruising on. Erica, let's go to you. Romel, and then we'll end with Hugo.
Oh, okay. I was clapping, but I don't mind going at all. But I would say probably something like, why are you paying rent when you could be paying this potentially the same for a mortgage together?
All right, so let's think about that as a subject line in an email or a subject line or a hook in a video, like short, sweet, to the point. Let's hear it.
Honestly, I don't think I could have a good one right now.
Cool.
It will come up to me in a few minutes, though.
That's right. That's right. Because I'm thinking about all the things that are associated with roommates. Like I remember like having a roommate and like they would put their name on all their stuff in the refrigerator. I'm just like trying to think like, how can I correlate that into a funny message about this article? So yeah, Erica, take the article. It's down below. Read that article and say, okay, now I got the hook, but I appreciate you grabbing the mic. Let's go Romel, and then we'll end with Hugo.
Friends with benefits, ... Not
Ooh.
what you think. Not what you think. That'd be the whole tag. Because I don't want to attract the wrong people and project the wrong vibe.
But here's the thing. If I saw that, I would probably read it because it piqued my curiosity. Friends with benefits, ... Hold on a second, right? And then
not what you think. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I would put that into an email subject line. God, I would put that into an email subject line. Friends with benefits, ... Not what you think. All right, what's this guy writing? I would want to read that.
I'm definitely about to use that, Romel. Thank you.
I mean, I love this. I absolutely love Hugo. Let's go. Friends with benefits, ... Not what you think. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Let's go, Hugo.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use Romel's for my email newsletter this week. But what I was thinking before he mentioned that was maybe like the unknown secret of how to battle the affordability problems in the Bay Area. So that would be like a good email subject line. And then video hook. I actually did a video like 8 months ago on ways how to battle the affordability problems in the Bay Area. And it had to do with, buying with somebody, either like a friend or family, whatever the situation was. So hook for a video would be the unknown secret that people don't know on how to battle the affordability problems in the Bay Area.
You guys, here's the thing. People, and great stuff, Hugo. People love hacks, right? If you did this, affordability hack, if you're Bay Area buyers, here's an affordability hack for you, right? Like if I was just to share that I have an affordability hack for you, right? Hey, it's Monday morning, I have an affordability hack for you if you're thinking about purchasing a home in the Bay Area. Like that is something I'm just going to want to read downhill. Whether or not it's applicable to me, at least I'm going to read it, watch it, give it some time and hopefully entirety. But you guys, affordability hack, any type of hacks, mom hacks, dad hacks, diet hacks, all these things, people watch that shit. People watch it. I want to encourage you guys to use this information today to go make a video, make an email, put it on LinkedIn, wherever you're going to put it. But I think that this is powerful. So we're going to pause there, you guys. Really good stuff. Great contributions today. Great insights today. I love this session. Let's go to a couple people to get some takeaways. I'm going to go to Otis. Otis, key takeaways from our session today. Let's hear from you, and then I'll get a couple other people in the queue.
Key takeaway is being unique, just like we were just doing right now with some of these hooks. Like, I think that right now what we're going through in these shifting markets daily by the hour, like, you have to be able to stand out, and this was a really powerful way on just learning how to do that in a word format.
For sure. For sure. I love it. Let's go over to Raj. Raj, key takeaways from our time together today. And thanks for coming out last week. It was great to see you. Let's go, Raj.
Yeah. For today takeaway, okay, so I wasn't feeling good over the weekend. So today I needed this. I really needed this. So I'm planning on doing 5 calls or 5 door knocking this week. And looking at everyone, how they're doing, I feel like I'm so behind.
Listen.
So I needed this.
Listen, you run your own race. But what I will tell you is 5 doors, you got to give yourself a few more doors than that to get yourself into a rhythm. Because what's going to happen is that it's not going to start to feel fluid until you start talking to them more. I love that you're actually going to do it. I would team up with somebody on the team, partner up with somebody on the team, and just go out and hit a neighborhood and set yourself a minimum standard of hitting 20 doors. Right? I just think you got to get yourself into a flow, into a rhythm. And Raj, if you need anything, I'm 100% in your corner, here for support. Hopefully you feel a little bit better, but I appreciate you stepping up and being here. And like I said, hopefully you feel better. Let's go back over to Jess Blaine. Jess Blaine, give me one key takeaway from our time together today, and we'll start wrapping sesh.
Oh my gosh, you know I got ADHD. This is gonna be hard. I would have to say, like, literally, in the words of Nipsey Hussle, just sticking to the script and just staying focused, being consistent. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. That was the biggest killer for me when I first started in real estate, trying to go 0 to 100. Huge on now falling in love with the process and saying, fuck the result. I don't care what comes from it. I'm just investing myself in the process and the activities to be 1% better.
Oh God, I love this. Remember, you guys, you have 5 choices. Are you going to be bad? Are you going to be average? Are you going to be good? Are you going to be excellent? Are you going to be elite? That choice is yours. That choice is yours. And you have to say, okay, in order for me to be elite, it's going to require me to do special things. It's going to require me to do special things. I have to show up in a completely different way. So you guys, really good stuff today. Great contributions. I love the hook practice. We're going to be doing more of that. Make sure that you grab the document if you have not gotten it. What I want you to do is I want you to go through that document, and then I want you to save the audio, gain ideas, think about it like, okay, I get a client that calls me that wants a 5-bedroom, 2-bath house with a view, 3,500 square feet, and they can only spend $350,000. This ain't Texas, right? Like, think about the songs and the things that we just created, right? Just think about the songs and stuff that we just sent you and say, how can I leverage this to build something for myself and apply it to real estate? So you guys have all the knowledge, right? And the knowledge isn't the challenge for anybody on this call and anybody that will see it in the future. It's the implementation where we have the challenge and the disconnect. So take the stuff that you heard from today, take one thing, go and apply it in your business and say, how can this move my needle? So you guys have an amazing day. For all the moms and dads out there that are enjoying spring break, I know it's going to be hard this week, balancing life, business, and everything in between. I'm doing it myself. I'm up against that challenge. So my heart's with you. If you need anything, please let me know. But as always, you guys, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and go out there and fuck some shit up this week. Peace.